Hey, you want to know who's a really good actor, Gray? And this has been I started pondering this the other night. So Chris and I watched Harry and the Hendersons, which is an old cheesy movie from the 80s that I hadn't seen since I was a kid, but I was looking for something light and easy to play. And she was like, "I feel like I'm an 8-year-old kid." And I'm like, "That's the point of this movie, so just enjoy it." But when we were watching that movie, um all right, see you transcend. Um I had not remembered the cast. And when we were watching that movie, John Lithgow is in that, right? And this got me thinking about the fact that this dude, if you want to think about an actor who can literally do anything, it's John Lithgow. He has done comedy, he has done drama, he has done suspense, he has done horror, he has done voiceovers, he was Yoda in like one of the radio dramas. Like he has done everything. Like going from like but I mean literally like, I've just been sitting here. I've been obsessing over it over the last like 48 hours since we watched that movie because Lithgow has been in so many things. Like I think most recently like watching him he was in the Perry Mason reboot they did, right? As like an attorney. And then you turn around and he's like a serial killer in Dexter. And then you go over 30 Rock from the Sun and he's doing comedy. And then you go watch Harry and the Hendersons and he's doing comedy. He's going to be Dumbledore exactly in the new Harry Potter show. Like Lithgow has done everything over the years. Like from the time he was a young actor. And I looked at that and I went, I don't think Lithgow has been given nearly enough credit as an actor for all of the cool shit he has done over the years. Um, because you know other actors, here's another actor who can do many different things. Anthony Hopkins. Now Anthony Hopkins is like that's Oscar level because of a few handful of roles, but then I look at Lithgow and I'm like, I actually think Lithgow is as good as, if not has a better range than Anthony Hopkins because he has done way more different things, and I think it's really cool to think about him as an actor. Anyway, great. Your comment about good actors, I've literally been obsessing about Lithgow for like 2 days now, so that triggered me to be like Cliffhanger. He plays the bad guy in Cliffhanger, right? Um, like he's done so many different types of roles. It's just kind of mind-boggling to think about. Like the King in Shrek, like the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. Yeah, I think he just doesn't star in those high-end like Oscar-nominated films is the main difference. Is like he's a working man's actor who has just done everything over the years. Like we just watched him. What was it? The Old Man. I think it's a. We've only watched the first season because I got canceled, so we didn't really have the push to go watch the second season. I think it's called The Old Man. It was John Lithgow and oh, the dude. Why am I blanking on his name? Um, anyway, they play like these ex CIA agents who are in their late 60s, and they have this complicated backstory. And Lithgow is one of the main actors in that. And it's like I just continue to see him doing really cool shit. Um, oh shit, are you talking about the Planet of the Apes with the one that Tim Burton did with Marky Mark with Mark Wahlberg and that's actually a pretty good. Or no, hang on. Sorry, you're talking about the remake with Caesar with Andy Serkis. Sorry, I'm thinking of the wrong Planet of the Apes. Yes, Lithgow is good in that as well. He's like the dad or the scientist, I forget. The James Franco one with Andy Serkis as Caesar. Um, anyway, yeah, Lithgow has done some really cool shit over the years. Sorry guys, I got sidetracked. The OCD part of my brain. Like, let's obsess over actors. James Spader is also, yes, another brilliant actor. who has done lots of different things over the years. I did like the first few seasons of the Black Book, I think is what it's called, but I did get burned out after like season 5. I was like, it's just, it feels like a soap opera at this point because it's the same shit every season. But I did enjoy the first 5 seasons. I think it was called the Black Book or something. I'm always gonna love Spader's role in Stargate. I've seen that movie so many fucking times over the years. I will happily watch Stargate once a year. That's such a good film.
I hope you're not expecting
Blacklist, not Black Book. Sorry, Blacklist. That's the one I was thinking of.
Just to make ends meet.
That's the one I was thinking of, Buzzrogue. I made it to like season 5 before I was like, I'm done at this point. Any particular looking customers lately?
Funny you should ask. There was an odd-looking Imperial fellow in town a few days ago. He was asking about local burial grounds. Said he was trying to track down his great-aunt's remains. Yeah, right. And I'm Queen Irene's Chamberlain.
Any idea where I can find him?
Last I saw him, he was heading towards the lighthouse.
I can talk to you about actors who are underrated for sure. There's a whole bunch of them. Like Sylvester Stallone. I know he's typecast because he makes a lot of money doing big action films. But if you've ever watched, he had like some people call it a slump when he was in his 40s into his 50s, where he did like Copland and a bunch of like dramatic films. Sylvester Stallone can actually act. Like he's a brilliant writer and director. Like that guy is, I feel like Stallone is a little underrated because a lot of people only want to associate him with like Rambo and Rocky, but it's like Tulsa King has been really good, but like the Expendables series is okay, but like go watch his like dramatic stuff that he was doing when he was in his 40s and 50s in like the slump that he had, and he did some really phenomenal dramatic acting. Chris Evans, Captain America. Ignore the Captain America stuff. Go watch his stuff like Danny Boyle directed it. I think it's called Sunshine, where they're on that doomed spaceship that's flying to the sun. It's Cillian Murphy. God, it's got a stacked cast. And Chris Evans is in that doing like dramatic Snowpiercer. Yeah, but see, a lot of people only think of him as Captain America, but Chris Evans is actually a very good actor who's done a lot of other really good shit apart from his like action stuff. I'll tell you who's overrated as an actor. I can actually tell you an overrated actor, and I don't care because I still like his stuff. Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth is an overrated actor. I've never seen him do like dramatic acting. He only ever just looks good on screen. Like even in indie films before he got famous as Thor, like Cabin in the Woods, which is a brilliant fucking movie. If you've never seen Cabin in the Woods, you got to see Cabin in the Woods. Even his role in that, he was just like, I'm the dumb jock character, and it's like I feel like Chris Hemsworth is phenomenal looking. He's a decent actor. He's a great action star, but he's not what I consider to be an actor. Like he can't reach dramatic levels. At least I've never seen him in something where he's reached dramatic levels of acting. Tom Cavanaugh's good. Yeah. But I'd say that Hemsworth's overrated, I think. I love his movies, but I love them for what they are, which are like action movies and like dumb, no plot. He doesn't really need to act. He just needs to work out, look good on camera, say a few lines. I mean, maybe I've just not seen any other stuff. Oh, you know who's really good? Chris Pine. Holy shit. If you haven't seen Chris Pine act, go watch, what is it, Hell or High Water, which was one of Taylor Sheridan's early films before he got super famous. It's, dude, Hell or High Water. Oh, and his co-actor, whose name I forget right now, and I got to go look it up, is also an extremely underrated actor who I have to look up their name because I always forget it. Ben Foster. Ben Foster is a fucking rock star of an actor. I've loved him in everything I've ever seen him in, and I have seen him do a ton of different roles over the years. Um, like doing the wizard in the World of Warcraft film, and then like going with he was the mechanic in the Mechanic with God, that action star whose name Jason Statham. He did that creepy sci-fi horror ship movie called God. I see too many films and I always forget the names of them. I gotta go look at his IMDb page really quick. By the way, I'm talking Ben Foster now. All of a sudden, I got off of this tangent. Fuck, what was it called? Pandorum. Yeah, Jason Statham. I think his early stuff was great. He's gotten typecast, and he's just farming, he's not stupid. Statham has done some really good stuff in his earlier years, but once he started making bank, he did exactly what Tom Cruise has done. I'm gonna stay in this lane, and I'm gonna make a shitload of money doing it because why not? Like, each movie he makes, he's making 10, 15, 20 million dollars a movie, and it's the same plot over and over and over, whether it's the beekeeper or the workshop, all that stuff. Um, anyway, but Chris Pine, I got to get back to Chris Pine. Tom Hardy, oh my God, guys, we're gonna get off on tangents now, dude. Taboo, when Tom Hardy did Taboo with his dad, that show is fucking amazing. Like Chris and it's like they promised a second season. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But just season 1 of Taboo was great, and then his role in fucking the opposite of Shelby in why am I blanking on the name of that show? Peaky Blinders. Tom Hardy in Peaky Blinders. Yeah, Pine. It was great seeing Pine do like Hell and High Water, and then go do like the D&D film and play this comedic bard. I was like, oh, I love Cavill. Cavill's awesome. And Cavill's an actor who, a lot of people didn't know him until he got cast as Superman, whereas I've seen Cavill since The Count of Monte Cristo when he showed up as a teenager. And then when he was in The Tudors, which The Tudors was a great fucking show for like the 6 or however many seasons it ran, and Henry Cavill was in The Tudors as well. So I've seen Henry Cavill in stuff all the way through his career, and I think he's great. He's done some amazing stuff in his years. He is a great actor who can do a variety of roles. Yeah, I like. Gerard Butler has done that recently too, Hector. He's gotten into that. I'm in my 40s, 50s, whatever, and I'm just gonna farm these, because if you go watch Gerard Butler up until he did 300, like he did lots of different things. Like Timeline is one of my favorite movies. Also, Reign of Fire. Reign of Fire and Timeline are two phenomenal movies where Gerard Butler was before he got famous. And he's great. He did a great job. But once he did 300, after 300, and became like a superstar, I just think that it's just, I think it becomes really easy to start phoning in when you start making $10, $15 million a film. I think any actor can fall into that. Look at, I hate to say it, but like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Like, I've seen Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson act. He can act, but he's just been so obsessed with the box office for so many years that I think his acting went out the window, and he is trying to recoup. He's trying to gain that back with that recent film he just did. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. Butler can do things like that. Like, if you haven't seen How to Train Your Dragon, he can act. He's a good actor, but he does do a lot of those like post-apocalyptic, films where the planet's gonna blow up and he's gonna save the day, or like I'm an ex CIA agent or ex Special Forces or ex cop. Like the movie where he played like the surfer dude, like Butler can act. But yeah, I would love to see Tom Cruise get back to being a dramatic actor, because if you've never seen him in things like, I mean, go back to his early shit like Fourth of July, even Vanilla Sky, um, um, the movie where he plays the sex dude, Mongolia, I think is what it's called. Like Tom Cruise can act, man. Like he is a legitimate actor. Like he can do everything. But he also is not stupid and knows that he can milk these Mission Impossible films. Um, and they're fun. They're fun, but I feel like watching this last one, like I think the last 3 or 4 films, I felt like I'm watching Fast and the Furious. It's just like there's gonna be some explosions. Tom Cruise is gonna do some crazy stunt, which is gonna be legitimate because he has a weird thing in his brain that he doesn't feel fear like the rest of human beings. And they're gonna be popcorn entertaining, but yeah, Interview with the Vampire. Yes. You know what? We're gonna have to clip this. This will be a great. I'll have to. This is like a 30-minute discussion on overrated and underrated actors. Underrated and overrated. Jeremy Irons, also another completely amazing actor that way too many people have forgotten about. Um, Even with his nasty, horrible role in that Dungeons and Dragons movie from the early 2000s, Jeremy Irons is still a phenomenal actor. Oh, The Firm is great. Wait, who was in one of the Hellraiser movies? Henry Cavill? Shit, I didn't know though. That. Yeah, this is the ESO guide to my favorite actors. Dora, what are you doing in here? You guys want to see Mama Cat? Do you want to come up here? Come here, Porky. You're not supposed to be in the office. And no, you're not supposed to be in the office. This is the Mama Cat who brought all the babies to us when we moved in. What are you doing? You're not supposed to be in the office and you know it. Get out of here. You stink. What did you get into? I am gonna go wash my hands really quick. She stinks.
I know what you need. A drink.
Henry Cavill was in one of the Hellraiser movies. A small part and he was a teenager. I did not know that. I somehow have never seen that. Yeah, no, I've known. I think the first movie I saw where I was like, Tom Cruise is a really good actor was Born on the Fourth of July. Like, if you've never seen Born on the Fourth of July, didn't he win an Oscar for that, or was he nominated? It's an Oliver Stone film. I feel like somebody won something. won 5 Golden Globe nominations and won 4 for Best Motion Picture, Best Actor, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. 8 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture and Best Actor.
So now I'm the drunken fool.
Oliver Stone won a second award for Best Director. No, I'm going to watch Greenland 2 for sure, Korean. I watch all of Gerard Butler's stuff, even though I realize that I just love him as an actor. I've seen most of his stuff ever since Timeline, and I think Reign of Fire was the first thing I ever saw Gerard Butler in. Yeah, so Cruise was nominated for a Best Actor for Born on the 4th of July, but he didn't win. But he did win a Golden Globe for Best Actor in a Motion Picture Drama. So yeah, Born on the 4th of July, if you've never seen that movie, holy shit, is that a good movie. And that's like Tom Cruise, like, acting. I also think he did a really good job, and I mentioned this earlier, but like, Vanilla Sky, he did a great job. Interview with the Vampire is amazing. Dude, well, here's the thing. Hang on, I gotta say something about this. So, Korean Gamer says, I think Dwayne Johnson and Vin Diesel are super average. Here's the thing. I love Vin Diesel in everything he does other than the Fast and Furious franchise. Because holy shit does that franchise not have any life left in it. But it makes them tons of money. But that Toretto character is so boring. But I love Vin Diesel when he goes full on into things like Riddick or The Witch Hunter. Babylon AD is one of my favorite, like, science fiction apocalyptic films. If you've never seen Babylon AD, I got a review somewhere up on YouTube. Like, I love Vin Diesel's stuff that is not related. And here's the thing, that motherfucker can actually act. Go watch The Boiler Room from when he was really early on in his career. He got cast in Saving Private Ryan by Steven Spielberg because of a short film that he directed and starred in. Like, the guy can actually act. But the Fast and the Furious franchise just became this thing that has just, I mean, that's what he does to make a paycheck, and why not? You know, they're making billions of dollars every single time one of those comes out. But Vin Diesel can actually act. But I do love the Riddick films. Like, The Witch Hunter is great. They're making a Witch Hunter 2. He actually got Michael Caine to come out of retirement to film the second Witch Hunter movie. Like, I'm down for that. Like, Fast and Furious is, we still watch them, but every time we go watch them, it's like, just get ready for, oh look, they're gonna grapple hook a car off the edge of a fucking bridge while a helicopter is flying by, and it's like, it's so not realistic. Every film, they just get more and more ridiculous. My favorite is probably Tokyo Drift. I actually liked Tokyo Drift. And that one doesn't have Vin Diesel in it.
It's a fine day, isn't it? The fish are biting and the water is soothing.
Yes, that's the way I am, Korean Gamer. I've seen them all, so I feel obligated to finish the damn series. Yeah, Witch Hunter was really good rated. Chris and I have watched that like 3 times, I think. 3 or 4 times. Have you seen any strangers?
This one thinks you're a bit strange, hmm? Kidding. I am thinking I did see an imperial
This is
man
funny. I
lurking around
timestamped
by
the movie,
lighthouse.
the movie discussion like 10 minutes ago, and we're still Bloodshot.
This
Yeah.
one has a keen eye.
That was a not half bad one. Pitch Black is great. I think that whole series is really cool. And supposedly they are going to come back and do the Furia one at some point. I'm hopeful that they're going to do that after the Witch Hunter 2 film.